Hey Thirsty Souls, welcome back. This is my 5th attempt to film this video and I'm about to throw my camera across the room. I have 8 siblings, thank God. My sister had a baby, Baruch Hashem, it's been amazing, but all 8 of my siblings have come home. There's the 9 of us at home together and I cannot find any quiet place to film anything. This is the 5th time I'm filming this. I'm actually losing my mind. But I snuck away to New York City, now I'm here and there's quiet, so let's get started. The Shabbos before Tisha B'Av is called Shabbos Chazon, which literally translates to mean Shabbos of vision. The name comes from the Haftarah, the portion of prophets that we read in synagogue tomorrow morning, which starts with Chazon Yeshayahu, the vision of Isaiah. The vision is not pretty, it's about how we're really sinful and we love money more than people and we're all really corrupt and unjust and we've completely forgotten who we are and where we come from. We couldn't recognize holiness and sacredness and goodness if we tried. Like I said before, it's really, really not a pretty vision. Here is an excerpt of that really not pretty vision. Your princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loves bribes and runs after payment. How has she become a harlot, a faithful city full of justice, in which righteousness would lodge, but now murderers? Woe to a sinful nation, a people heavy with iniquity, evil-doing seed, corrupt children. Why are you beaten when you still continue to rebel? When you come to appear before me, who requested this of you, to trample on my courts? When you spread out your hands, I will hide my eyes from you, even when you pray at length. I do not hear, for your hands are full of blood. All right, now, like I've said before, sometimes I just think, when is enough enough? If we don't get along, we always hurt each other, we're always annoying each other, let's just end this. We obviously just don't really get each other. Why this whole cycle of the Jewish people slipping up, forgetting and neglecting their marriage, God getting really upset and punishing them, then us rebelling again because we feel neglected by God because we were punished, then God sending a prophet. It's just exhausting. Just end it. What do we need this for? Guys, we see this all over the entire Torah. How many times are we punished for slipping up? And how many times did God tell Moshe, I'm gonna destroy the whole people? And how many times does Moshe have to defend us? And how many times does a prophet come and say, your God's gonna destroy you, there's doom and destruction coming? We're reading this in the Haftarah right now. Let's just end this. The relationship's obviously not working out. By the way, millions of people actually believe this theory. The Jewish people were so sinful that God rejected them, adopted a new nation. Thirsty souls, fear not. It is for this reason specifically, because it is very easy to think this way, because the relationship has been so turbulent and happy and sad and confusing and sometimes really annoying and sometimes burdensome. It is for this reason that Shabbos Chazon, the Shabbos of this horrible vision, falls out during the Torah portion of Devarim, of Deuteronomy. The entire book of Devarim, of Deuteronomy, is called Mishnah Torah, which means a repetition of the entire Torah. Technically, in the last book of the Torah, in Sefer Bamidbar, in the book of Numbers, the Torah ended. There is nothing new in Sefer Devarim. Moshe is going to die in 37 days, and that's gonna rip our hearts out. But he's standing in front of the entire Jewish nation and he is thundering and begging them to give their all to this marriage, to do your best and keep putting in the effort and stay committed. Why? Obviously, he knew that we were in this for the long haul. There are no divorces, there are no breaks, there are no separations in this really, really, really long marriage that we call Judaism. I shouldn't call favorites, but Devarim is my favorite book of the Torah. I'm sorry, it's the truth. It has some of the most powerful verses that literally give me chills. We are going to go over every single detail of your stay in the desert with God. When you slipped up, why you slipped up, why didn't you understand what God wanted of you, what did you do wrong, what did you do right, when did you get lazy, when were you too exhausted to put yourself into this relationship, and we are going to figure out how to make it better. Moshe to me is simply a marriage counselor. You know how hard it is to bridge the material and the spiritual? This is what a marriage counselor is. Sometimes we just need to learn how to love and how to be committed to a relationship, even when it feels like it sucks. Thank God, Baruch Hashem, this is actually how I've been taught about marriage in my life, that marriage is never 50-50. It is 100-100, that you had better give your all, every ounce of strength that you have in your body to this person because they are your life. The same rules apply to our relationship with God. I once heard someone ask an old married couple, were you ever tempted to divorce? And I remember them saying, tempted to kill each other, yes. Tempted to divorce, never. Although that might not be the rosiest picture I could paint for you, that is really how I think about our relationship with God. There is no such thing as a divorce in a perfect marriage, and our marriage with God is perfect. We just fit each other perfectly, and although we yell at each other, we scream at each other, we get really upset at each other, we hurt each other, we annoy each other, we can search the whole world for something better, we can try out different religions, we're always gonna come back because Hashem is our our soulmate. That's what you do with soulmates. You work until it gets better. When I got back from my month-long trip in Eastern Europe, I came back and I was really so disgusted and sickened and saddened by what I had seen. I could not associate myself with anything Jewish. I couldn't do anything Judaism related. At first I felt really guilty for it and I thought I was a bad person and I had just maybe dropped Judaism. And I realized that in relationships, there are times when you need to take your space because you're hurt and you don't know how to love this person right now and you need some time for marriage counseling. And that's really how I looked at it when I got back home. I could not reconcile being so sickened by what I had seen and also being a committed Jew because I was just in too much pain. You know what, despite this, I'm not gonna fall into the rabbit hole, the black hole, and get sucked into depression and sadness and despair. I'm going to realize what I am, who I am, what my values are, what I believe in, and I'm going to recommit myself to this relationship, not because necessarily I want to, but because it's the truth. In this vein of love and marriage, whenever someone falls in love, they kind of describe it as this fulfillment, this satisfaction with life, this contentment, and being close to God and communicating with Him and putting your all into it and really learning and discovering can actually make you feel that way. In the words of one of our greatest literature giants, Henry David Thoreau, I wanted to live deep and suck out all of the marrow of life. Thirsty souls, you'll want to do the same, I promise. You'll want everything that life has to offer, and you'll realize what a magical gift it really is. This is what Chassidus explains about Shabbos Chazon, that the vision of the destruction that we read of in Isaiah is not the only vision that we have this Shabbos. Chassidus explains that every Jewish woman, child, and man has a Chazon, a vision of the third and final Beis HaMikdash, the holy temple that we will live with in Israel when Mashiach comes. Our soul has this vision to wake us up, help to empower us to free ourselves from this way too long galus exile that we have been in and that we are still experiencing now. Whew. So, good Shabbos. Don't be sad this Sunday when you're fasting. Just realize it is a testament to the loving, turbulent, sad, and happy relationship with the Creator of the whole world. To the women, light your Shabbos candles before sundown. To everyone, get ready for your vision. Have an easy and meaningful fast this Sunday, and as always, stay thirsty.